Before retiring as a first responder, I got this request from an elderly black female who was living in a predominantly black neighborhood, and she had just recently retired from a professional career. She asked me to take care of a situation that was bothering her, and she was bothered by the neglect and the obvious signs of despair in that neighborhood, which were unacceptable by anyone's standard of living. And I can remember when she approached me and she told me, she pointed to where her home was, and I was shocked because that home was beautiful. It was like a diamond in the rough. But what was surrounding her was a lot of auto dealerships, and you can see the oil on the streets. You see abandoned vehicles. You see abandoned, destroyed vehicles. All type of junk and such in her neighborhood. And I can remember she was upset because there was just obvious violations, and her home was hidden to where she could not even enjoy her retirement, sit on her nicely built porch and enjoy, what nature has to offer. So I said to her, look, I'm going to help clean up your neighborhood. And over the next few years, that is exactly what I did. I got a lot of pushback, even from the so-called, the so-called authorities who were paying me to do the job that I was hired to do, to enforce, protect, and serve, right? I got a lot more pushback from that side of the equation than I did from the people in the community. I expected the people in the community to question, why was I there? Why am I putting all these violation stickers all over these vehicles? Why am I towing vehicles? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? And I explained to them what I'm doing. And a lot of them didn't like it at all. And the ones that did not like it, first of all, did not live in the neighborhood, number one. And secondly, a lot of them were contributing to the destruction and the dirt and decay of these particular neighborhoods. These so-called landlords, these so-called business leaders and business owners. So over the course of years, yes, I went into full force. And as I said, the pushback kept coming. And then it must have been something that was said to one particular oppressor management. We need to get rid of her. And there were efforts to do so. But once again, I want to give thanks to some of my white sisters out there, my white female sisters out there, who knew what I was doing was important. They knew I was making a difference. And some of them knew that people were praising me more so than complaining about me. So over the course of time, I did do what I said I was going to do to the best of my ability. It was hard work. It was draining. And what happened on top of that, I was nowhere near going to accept any type of recognition. You're not going to put my face in no newsletter about what I'm doing. I did not want my picture taken, none of that. I didn't want no ties to why I'm doing something. I just wanted to walk the talk, and the walk the talk I did. So as it turned out, I did make a difference. A lot of those so-called industrial style repair shops were shut down. Unfortunately, other type of commercial entities came into the neighborhood, which didn't necessarily serve the neighborhood, because that neighborhood needed grocery stores, not so many convenience stores. They needed some type of needed the type of necessities necessary so that these citizens did not have to jump on a public transportation just to get to a grocery store and then attempt to bring that all back in an Uber or in a cab or a taxi or whatever they're called now. So my point is, just walk the talk. You're going to get battered sometimes from the people that do not realize you're helping them. They're not going to realize that you are doing these, you're taking a risk to help them. But it wasn't until the end that I decided, okay, I'm ready to retire. Nobody knew I was retiring. But I said, you know what, I'm ready to retire. And I made that announcement to do so. And what a surprise. What a surprise to that oppressive manager who did everything in her power to get rid of me. And you know what? She ended up leaving before I did. So do the right things. Do the walking. Do the talking. You're gonna get blowback, unfortunately, even for people that you're helping. You're gonna get battered, and it's gonna hurt. Some of the stuff is gonna hurt because I am a human being, but I know how to allow it to bounce off of me. When I was targeted back in 2022, I was targeted by people that I was that was it wasn't that it was surprising, but it was just amazing that sometimes the people that hurt you are the people that look just like you, by the way, and I've said that many a times. So do what you do, keep moving forward, be inspirational. If you're not being inspirational to others, be inspirational to yourself, and know and trust that if you trust yourself, everything is going to open up to you and allow you to trust others. Evolution of the consciousness. That's what it's all about. Universal love. That's what it's all about. Talk to you soon.